everyone, it's time for the fourth of our houses from Small Victories by Johanna Basford, and again we're using a colour cube card. This is number 266 with our Arteza Expert pencil set. So let's get started in matching up the colours. Now let's turn it over. Now I think this olive, this pear green is a really good match. It's one of my favourite colours, so you know I'm not biased. Now we have a cream colour. Now we could use the sapphire or the jasmine. I'm just having a look. I think the jasmine, I think the sapphire is the best match. It's a little bit tricky to figure out, but I'm going to try that one. Now we have a colour called stone blue. Now this one's going to be really tricky. I don't really have a colour like that. And we have a teal and a dark green. I'm thinking the dark green is quite like the sage green, and the teal, is that like a jade green? I think so. We had these before, didn't we? Where's the jade green? Where's it gone? Who's eaten it? There it is. It's in the blues, so I get confused. Now we have this stone blue. It's a bluey green, isn't it? Could we use the fern green, do you think? Because it's not really any of the blues. It's very tempting. Otherwise we would have to make it using a blue and a grey. I think it's easier. I'm just going to cheat and use the fern green. So I'm not, I suppose, is it cheating? I don't know. So we've actually got 3 greens and a yellow. So hopefully it'll work. It's not going to look quite as blue as this, but we'll have a go and have some fun. So here is the house. Let's have a little look at it. So it's very similar to our other ones. Whoops, in that, you know, roof, walls, door, plants, that sort of thing going on. There we are. So we've got a green. So I think we should use this pear green for our plants and just get started there. We've got a little bush here. There we go. I hope everyone's well. I've just had my lunch. I'm feeling satisfyingly full. I had some fresh bread that I'd bought from the farmer's market and sliced that up. It was a spelt, wholemeal spelt bread. It was lovely. And oh, how are we going to do this? I think I'm going to have to do that in this colour because we haven't got a brown. Is that going to work? Hopefully. Right, now I'm thinking I might use the sapphire yellow for the windows. So I was going to do it for the render of the house. We've got one in that colour anyway. But I decided that it might just be better off here. A bit different as well, which is nice to some of our other buildings. Yes, so I had a rather nice lunch. We had some crisps as well, which is very naughty of me. I'm a bit addicted to crisps. Or potato chips, whatever you call them, wherever you are. So now I've got to choose between my greens. I'm going to use my swatch chart to help me. So I've got the sage, which is quite grey green. That's how it looks, that's fine. We've got the jade green, which is more bluey, and the fern green, which is a bit brighter. I think I'm going to use the fern green for the walls of the house. Oops, there we go. And the chimneys. I'm going to actually start up here with this. I'm going to sharpen it actually. Let's start by sharpening. There we go. Oh, and it breaks immediately. It was raining a little bit while having lunch. It got a bit stuffy in the kitchen because the dryer was on. So we opened the window a bit, but interestingly there was a door open up here. I came up, I could smell the rain. I hadn't been able to smell it when I was in the kitchen. Apparently humans have the ability to smell rain from a really long way away. I mean, obviously you're not really smelling the rain, are you? I think you're smelling the wet ground or something like that. I don't know. But I just love it when you can smell rain. It only happens in the summer, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't really notice it happening at any other time of the year. It's almost as if it's something to do with the warm air, and I don't know. This is an interesting colour house, isn't it? I think it's okay. I don't think I'd have my house this colour, but I'm not, although I enjoy greens when I'm colouring, it's not a colour I would, well, I used to have a green bedroom actually. The room was green when we moved in and we left it because we quite liked it. It's a nice calming colour. It's good for a bedroom. We painted it eventually, we had to, because we had work done in the room, and yeah, because we put my son's, we turned the attic into a bedroom, and part of the stairs, the bit of the stairs goes into our room. And we had to cut through into our built-in wardrobe to fit them in. I'm just going to resharpen, I think. So the inside of the wardrobe is a different colour, I think. Something anyway. We redecorated the whole house when we had that work done. It was hard work. I remember putting the kids to bed and then doing some painting. Oh, it was exhausting. And then doing like washing up of the paintbrushes at like, you know, midnight. Oh, it was hard work. But it was worth it at the time. I don't think I could do it now. But then I wouldn't need to wait till the kids were in bed to do painting. I don't really like doing painting. I'm not particularly good at it, but it is so much cheaper than having someone in. I did the bathroom. It was okay. And then I did a ceiling as well, and it looked awful. Husband redid it, but that's fine. I didn't mind. It still isn't that good. The thing is, the paint we used had a bit of a shine to it, and the paint that was there before didn't. And we didn't want to paint the whole ceiling, so we had to try and sort of make it work. I did some painting actually after we had the new inverter put in, and that looked okay. It was only a small area. Now, I think that's all of that I'm going to do for now. Now we've got these two colours. Which for which? Sage. I'm going to use the jade for the bits and pieces. So window frames, beams and things. There we go. I might need to sharpen it. There we go. Oh, excuse me, I've got hiccups now. Too much food and drink. Yes, too much food and drink. Always good. Yeah, my sister was saying she'd been staying with my parents, and she'd noticed that my dad had started having a lot of sweet treats again. She did speak to him about it, because he's usually got really, really good willpower, and that's hard, you know. But he just said it was too tempting. He couldn't stop. So, and I can fully understand that. But you know, that's why I try not to buy too many things. I mean, the boys have sweet treats in, but I can't have those because they're theirs. So that doesn't tempt me. You could say, well, you could eat them and buy them again. They wouldn't know, but also they're things that I can't eat that make me ill. So if something makes you ill, it's quite a good motivation for not having it, isn't it? I'm thinking about these plant pots, but I think we'll do the roof. We'll use the sage green. This might all look a little bit samey. I don't know. We'll see how the sage looks. But yeah, I think if he goes to the doctor and he finds that he's pre-diabetic again, that will probably give him the motivation to get back to how he was before, resisting things that, you know, that aren't good for that. But I think while he knows that he's okay, I'm going to do all of this quite lightly, and then I'm going to come back and do each tile. It's going to be quite tricky to do each tile, so you can just leave it like that if you want, but the top ones are quite easy because they're flat. This one, it gets down to this level, I have to go round and round. I'm going to sharpen it up. So yeah, it's tricky because anyway, they like sort of ice cream when it's hot, and there are some, obviously some ice cream is healthier than other ice cream, and it depends. You can make it sugar free, and maybe I should give him some recipes, but he hasn't got an ice cream maker, and I don't know whether you need one really. Now, I used to make a good one where I'd freeze a banana, then when I was ready to have some ice cream, so you've got to put the effort in there and then, put the banana in a blender with some yogurt, and you have, it's called froyo or something. Anyway, you just blend it like that. You could use other fruit with it as well, fresh fruit, like not frozen, but the frozen banana gives it all a really nice texture. And you could probably use cream instead of yogurt as well. But I think the idea of using yogurt is people think it's healthier. I'm never quite sure, because the best yogurt is the full fat type. So I don't know whether it's that much healthier than cream or not. I haven't really investigated it, to be honest, because I can't eat dairy. But I think that would be better than a sort of shop bought ice cream mainly. There are some really good ones. I can't remember. Is it Kelly's, I think, has less additives and stuff in it. But yeah, they still have sugar in. But then, would it be palatable without? Is the question. Probably not. Just frozen ice. I don't think people would eat it. Not frozen ice, frozen cream. There's quite a difference. I just like cream, so I don't like it frozen. I'm going to use this for these plant pots. I'm not a fan of ice cream, as you probably know. So, yeah. But I know people can be, and I know if I start eating it, I get very addicted. This is noir, which is black. Like if I have some, I'm just going to sweep that off a bit. There we go. If I have some Ben & Jerry's, I have to eat the whole tub, even though I don't like it. If I'm tempted to try a bit because someone else is eating it, I just eat the whole thing. It's just, there's just something about it. It's got an addictive something going on with it. And so it's best to not. Unless you can just have a bit. I mean, people are different, aren't they? And we all have different sort of requirements with regards to what we should and shouldn't be eating, depending on our health needs. You know, whether we're lactose intolerant or gluten or diabetes or all sorts of different, you know, sensitive tummies to different disorders for that. I'm just wondering, yeah, I'm going to put a little bit just underneath the windowsills. I also don't like the fact that the door and the door frame are too similar, so I'm just going to go around the edge of the door with this, just to separate it away from the door frame. Maybe I'm being a bit fussy. I don't know how visible that even is. Okay, I'm just going to swip that. Swip. And here is the card. There it is. So that was really quick, I felt. I guess I was yapping a bit. But it doesn't, the colours are much greener than the card. But I don't mind. I just matched it the best I could. I did look through the pencils before I started this series to make sure I had colours, and I knew this one would be a little bit dodgy, a little bit difficult. And what you can do is you can use pencils out of several sets and mix them up to get the exact colours, or you can do what I did and just make the best matches that you can. I think that still looks rather nice, even though it's greens instead of blues. I think it looks good. So, you know, it's up to you really what you want to do. But there we are for today. We've got one more left. I'm quite sad. I've been so enjoying this. But one more, I'll have to do it again, won't I? One more left, and then we're done with the page. But thank you for watching today. Hope you have a really super rest of your day, and happy colouring.